I'm here today to talk about communicating with the other side. Now, I do this a lot myself with my guides, but this is particularly in answer to a question that somebody had when they watched my little geography of the afterlife video. So I'm going to read to you what the question is because I don't want to misrepresent what she had to say, and then I'm going to dig into the answer. Now, as a reminder, where do I get this information? I have been studying everything having to do with spirituality and the other side, from being a world's religions major in college to reading every single book on reincarnation that I think exists, to studying mediums, near-death experiences, all of the things. And throughout all of that, I have found there is a commonality across all of these viewpoints. So I like to synthesize these all and dig into it and really help you understand the reality of the fabric that we live within. Let's read what she had to say. All the mediums say that our loved ones are able to hear our thoughts and be with us instantly. I have many loved ones on the other side. First of all, sorry about that you've lost so many people. But at least we know they're having a delightful time up there. I have many loved ones on the other side, and I'm wondering exactly what their experience might be. Let me create the scene, and then you will understand my question better. Let's say that my dad and aunt are having a picnic in one of the beautiful heavenly gardens, which again, I have some images in that geography of the afterlife video. Having a picnic in one of the beautiful heavenly gardens. At the same time, I'm here on earth thinking about some funny thing that my dad once did. Then I tell someone who is with me about it. The conversation then leads us to speaking about some memories of some of our dead loved ones. How would you picture the scenes from the experience of my dad and all the other dead people that we talk about? I mean, would my dad's ears ping when I think about him? Then he stops my aunt mid-sentence so he can hear me better? Then does he just leave my aunt in that garden and suddenly find himself in the room with me? And then does my room fill up with all of these dead people who want to hear our conversation? I tend to think that I end up having a lot of long conversations with just myself. Maybe my dad was just about to jump out of a plane of his thought creation to experience his first skydiving attempt in another scenario. He might know that I'm thinking of him, but he might think he's too busy to worry about what I'm talking about. I love to imagine these scenes. I do too. And I think the thing that's fascinating here is that we have these limited human experiences, and we think that that's how it is on the other side. Good news, it isn't. So let's paint this scene. Okay, first off, we are multidimensional beings. We are gigantic. We are God, right? You hear that in every religion, I think. Well, maybe not every religion, but certainly this concept of we are God. And my picture and my understanding is that God basically broke off little pieces of him or herself, themselves, and said, go out and learn about this whole creation, learn about yourself so that I can understand myself better. So we are having these human experiences so that we can understand ourselves as God and we can understand more about what God is. That's a little nugget I'm just going to put in there. Okay, but I think it's important context because we think of ourselves as human that then go on to the afterlife. When the reality is we're in the afterlife or the before life or the other side that come in temporarily into a human body experience. We incarnate into an animal body that only has so many senses, that only has so many hands, so many legs, so many whatever. We only have 2 ears and 1 mouth and 2 eyes. So we have this very limited experience of our world. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's get back to your dad and your aunt having a picnic, which I love that. I want to have a lovely little picnic on the other side. So let's paint the scene. There's your dad. He is in one of these lovely gardens. The golden sun that's not like anything we experience here on earth is like caressing him. And there's the lovely little breeze in the air. There's celestial music caressing his ears. He's full of love and joy and delight. And then you start to think about him. Now, it is not like a phone call that interrupts dinner. Not how it goes. What it is that there's a fabric, a web that interconnects all of us. And so he becomes aware of your thoughts. Maybe it's like warmth and that feeling of love. He feels the love that you feel for him. Maybe your attention goes directly to him, so he is having a mind-to-mind connection with you. whatever it is, he is a multidimensional being. So magically, he can still be having this lovely picnic with his aunt, with your aunt, not his. Well, maybe his as well. I don't know. He's able to continue on in presence with your aunt while he also can split his attention and awareness and also connect with you. Now, maybe he would choose to say like, hey, I'm going to pack up my picnic and bring all of my intention and come into the room with you and have a whole dialogue with you and feel present with you. Perhaps he will continue to keep his attention diverted and be in both directions. He's got choices. He gets to do whatever he feels is the right thing for him to do. The great thing is you are never going to interrupt him. You're never going to make him feel annoyed or distracted, because what you're doing when you think about him is you're sending him love, right? So whenever that happens, it's going to light him up and make him feel joyful, even if it's for simply a moment. He's going to feel that you're thinking about him and is going to be with you in that space of love. So what he might choose to do is actually create two versions of himself. He might keep one version at the picnic and have another version with you by location. Okay, let's go on to another part of the question, which is the room filling up with all sorts of beings. That's possible, I suppose, that there could actually be a lot of beings in the room. But what my understanding is, what actually happens is it's more that the awareness comes into the room. I mean, it would be similar to if you were talking to your dad if he was physically alive. That in a sense, as you're talking to him on the phone, his awareness is in the room with you, right? He's talking to you, his awareness is with you, even though his physical body isn't in the room with you. Very similar to the other side. They don't have to be physically present with you. If we can do it on the human plane, certainly they can do it on the astral plane. So it isn't necessarily that your whole room fills up with a whole bunch of dead people, unless you want that. And you can invite that, and you can ask them all to be present with you. But generally, it's simply that their awareness comes to you, or a piece of them comes to be in awareness with you and share love and happiness and joy and all those positive memories that you two share together. So let's do the skydiving scene, because I love that one. So there your dad is. He's having a skydiving experience, and I hope that I do that. I want to do that on the other side too. Although I wonder if you don't have the fear of death, if it's as exhilarating on the other side. After all, we can fly on the other side. But hey, whatever. He wants to have a skydiving experience on the other side. He can have a skydiving experience on the other side. I'm certainly not going to put any limits up to him. So he's jumping out of the plane, and you think about him. Great. That's great. Part of him comes and visits you, and the other part of him still continues jumping out of the plane and having this wonderful, thrilling experience. He gets to have both. And so really what's happening when you're thinking about him in the middle of it, you're enriching his moment, right? Because now not only is he having the wonderful experience of jumping out of the plane, you are there with him, right? Because your thoughts are with him, now he's having an even more expanded experience. So never worry that you're interrupting them or you're bothering them or you're a problem. I mean, they are sovereign entities. If they really didn't want to connect with you, they don't have to, but they're going to want to, because particularly if you're coming to them with love, we love love. Who doesn't love love? I mean, some people are bitter about love, but on the other side, love is who we are. That's who we are. And it is the way we connect. And so if he gets an opportunity to be with you there, be with you in a moment of love and happiness and memory, it's only going to delight him. I feel like he's delighted right now that you're even asking about this. So bottom line, you aren't having all these conversations with yourself, right? And you're not interrupting anybody. You're just amplifying love. You're just amplifying love. You are spreading more love you're just putting more love into the universe when you're doing this. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's everything right with it. So think about your dad all the time. I'm sure he loves it. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to think about him all the time, because he'd want you to live your own life, not obsess. But absolutely don't worry about interrupting your father. He loves you, or your aunt, or any of the other loved ones on the other side. They love that you are sharing love. They're here for it. They want more of it, and they are sending it back to you. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks for posting the comment, and I'll see what it can do. Well, hopefully we'll have put some magical little AI video images on this so that you can visualize it as well. All right, thanks.